has been a lot lately when it comes to the visa categories that a lot of internationals want to use to migrate to Canada. And in this video, I want to tell you about the best and easiest ways to relocate to Canada, which visa you can actually use to migrate to Canada. And so if you have been thinking, please make sure you stay tuned to this channel. And if you are new, seeing my face for the very first time, my name is Milton. Please do not forget to click the subscribe button below here. It is somewhere here. Please subscribe so that we can push the channel to 40k subscribers. Thank you so much for understanding. Now, for some days, I've been receiving messages from people asking me what is the best type of visa to use to migrate to Canada. Remember, I don't blink, like I don't sugarcoat my words on this YouTube channel. That is why I'm going to tell you exactly what I know with regards to my experience. A lot of people will not tell you the truth, but there are certain things that you shouldn't do. One, which is the best and easiest way to migrate to Canada? One, I will start with the very first way. I'm going to talk about 3 visa categories, and let me start with the very first way, which is the working visa. Now, the thing with the working visa is that if you want to migrate to Canada, because I realize that a lot of people don't even know how to go about the working visa. Lately, I saw something on Facebook. Someone was saying that he has a working contract. What is the next stage? They don't do research and they don't want to watch video. Now, this is what you need to do. The very first thing, for you to apply for a working visa to Canada, you need to first of all get a working contract. Please, and please again, remember to be very, very active, like smart, because a lot of these HPH people, all right, if you don't know what I mean, comment in the comment section. I'm going to tell you. They will create websites and put them on here, and when you go there, you apply, they say they are the ones giving you the job, whereas it's not true. Then before you know, they start telling you that you have to pay so and so amount of money. Be very, very careful, guys. It is happening to a lot of people. That is why I'm here to draw your attention to it. Remember, I don't share contacts on this YouTube channel. All right, on the comment section, I don't. Beware of people telling you inbox me. I'm not the one with the contacts. If we have an appointment, I'm going to call you and you are going to get my voice. All right, so that is something you should pay attention to. Now, if you have a working contract from a legit company, one of the things you should pay attention to is that the letter is going to come with a letterhead. There is going to be a letterhead at the middle of at the top of the page. Every company in Canada giving you an employment contract, if it doesn't come with the letterhead, forget about it. Now, they are going to call you, they are going to give you interviews. Probably when everything is settled, they are going to file in and of course bring out their working contracts. Then you can now gather the contracts and of course go to IRCC and check the other legal papers to apply for the working visa. I do not know how long it takes. You can verify all the other informations from IRCC. This is the immigration website for the government of Canada. So anything you are doing there, you must do it. If you are going through people, know that you must do a biometrics. Someone was telling me that someone is telling her that she is not going to do biometrics. I don't know how true is that, but I know you must do a biometrics in order to get a working visa to Canada. The working visa is a visa that will guarantee a lot of things for you. Then after some time, you are going to apply for permanent residency, and after permanent residency, you are going to go to citizenship. This is category number 1 you should pay attention to, the working visa. Now let's go to option number 2, which is the study visa. With the study visa, of course, they need a lot of money. You need to show a lot of proofs with the study visa. How do you apply for the study visa? The first thing you need to do is to get an offer letter from a university or a college. Any of them is good to go. Get any of them. Then when you get the offer letter and they ask you to pay a tuition deposit, of course, when you pay the tuition deposit, the next thing you need to do now is to compile your documents to apply for the study visa. It's going to be a temporal visa because when you arrive Canada, they are going to give you the study permit. You first of all go to the website, the government of Canada's website, IRCC. You check the requirements for you to apply for a study visa. Of course, your past educational credentials must be there. proof of funds must be there, and a whole lot of other things. Remember, the proof of funds is the bank statement, and of course the other supporting documents. If you've been watching my videos, you would already understand what I mean. If you have not been watching, please check the channel and watch other videos about studies in Canada. If you need a one-on-one consultation with me, booked from the video description box. Cameroonians, you can always ask me on Facebook. My Facebook details are down there. I will give you the more details. So when you gather all the necessary documents, now you go to the website, you create an account. You can use the new portal, you can use the GC key. Some people say the new portal is best, some say the GC key. Any portal is best in as much as you can file in the best documents possible. You have to write a letter of explanation, of course, explaining your proof of home ties. You have to show proof of funds. When you finish all this process, you fill in the necessary questions. They are going to ask you some few questions. You fill them correctly. Then you upload all these documents. Remember to download the forms and fill them correctly and neatly. Do not make errors, because if you make errors, you are going to get rejection. Number one reason being that inconsistency in your application. Please do not make errors on the visa application form. It is very important, please. Then when you submit all these documents, the last stage is you have to pay for your biometrics. When you pay for the biometrics online using a debit card, a Masters or Visa, you pay online. Then the material will now go to IRCC. Maybe after a few hours or 1 day or 2 days maximum, IRCC is going to send you a link. To go to that link, look for the city in which you are or the country in which you are, book an appointment with the various VFS offices or diplomatic missions of Canada in your home country. Cameroonians, it is in Yaoundé only, behind the Swiss embassy. Then when you book this appointment, you have to go there and give them your fingerprints. I think they will take but these sections, 4 of them, or is it 5? But they are going to take but this hand. I think it's this hand. If not this hand, but all the 2 sides, they are going to take that, then give you a receipt and tell you to go home, relax and wait for your results. That is all about the visa application, your study visa application. If granted, you move to Canada, answer some questions at the immigration border point or checkpoint. You go into Canada, you look for an apartment and you start lecturing. It is like that. Then after maybe some time, you can now get some working experience and apply for permanent residency. And after some time, you can apply for your citizenship and becomes a Canadian citizen if you want. So this is the process of getting. And of course, students can also work 20 hours a week. Those of you who have been asking me, can I work part-time? Yes, you can. So this is the information you need. Then for those that who don't want to go through the study pathway, or if you don't have enough money to show bank statement, proof of funds and stuff like that, because the study pathway is the most expensive as I know. Remember, as a student, you can move with your family to Canada in as much as you are going to a college that has a designated learning institution number. Now, these are the 2 options. The last option I want to talk about, which is the best and easiest way to relocate to Canada, is the point-based system of selection, which is called the express entry. With this particular way, you go into a pool with other candidates after writing the IELTS and evaluating your certificate, all right, your transcript. You apply online. You go into the pool with candidates online. Right now I have a group, and in this group, I need to first of all call you. That's everybody comes through an appointment. I call you, I explain to you the various things that you need to know, because it is not all about evaluating your transcript. It is not all about writing the IELTS. There are a lot of things before you even write the IELTS. You have to be aware of the scores. You have to be aware of the models. And if you see that after writing the IELTS, your points are not enough, what do? You need to know all of this before you even write the exam. And again, age differences is also very important. So with this particular pathway to Canada, you can move to Canada as a permanent resident. It is also very important. All you need in your bank account is 6.2 million CFA francs. That is like 13,200 Canadian dollars. And if you're a family of 2, I think you need around 15,000. A family of 3 is around 17,000, which is like 9.3 9 point plus million CFA francs. All right. So this is basically what you need to know about the express entry. And if you are invited, there are just two things. When you do these things, you go into the poll. If selected, you apply. And there are other pathways that you can be selected and your points will multiply for you to do this process. And from there, you will be selected and invited to apply for PR. And after that, you submit your application, pay the application fee of $1,300, and they will process it. Of course, it's going to take time. It can take 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 1 year. But at the end of the day, this is a guaranteed method. But remember, like I said, you need a bachelor's degree and, of course, 3 years working experience. This is the minimum. It is very important for you to put this into consideration. Just from Cameroon asking me about, can I use HND? Is not possible, okay? They said a bachelor's degree. So I don't know, if you like, you evaluate your words. Remember, during the evaluation, you are doing evaluation for immigration, not a course by course based evaluation. That is for academic purpose only. So this is something you need to know, and I think it is somehow affordable, because now if you wanted to apply for a study visa, you will be looking at maybe 10,000 Canadian dollars plus all your entire tuition fee plus miscellaneous. This money is going to like maybe 15 or 20 million. What if you don't have a sponsor and you don't have this money in your account? That is where the question comes in. So these are basically the best pathways and the easiest pathways to migrate to Canada. If you don't want to waste a lot of time, take the study visa. All right. If you don't want to wait too much time, also take the working visa, but be very careful that the job you are going to apply for, or let me say the contract that is coming from the company claiming that they have employed you, should be a legit company. Do not send money to anybody who is telling you that they have given you job offers. Employers will never ask you money. If they ask you money, those are not employers, guys. You have to put this into consideration. Now, I know some of you have been wondering why I didn't mention the visitor's visa. Well, the visitor's visa looks so easily, but if you've been watching my videos, you will hear me mentioning the clauses under the visitor's visa, and it gets complicated sometimes with employers, because when they call you and notice that you are on a visitor's visa, they ghost you immediately. But of course, if you have just the possibility, if you don't have too much money and you have the possibility to grab the visitor's visa, should you grab it or not? Grab it and run immediately. All right, when you go in there are various things you can do, which I cannot be mentioning them here. If you've been watching my videos, you would understand what I mean. Rather than being where you are not welcome, it's better you go somewhere that you will be welcome, and at least you stand a chance to maybe change your life in the future. Of course, finding a job may be difficult, but doesn't mean that you will remain in that state. No. So I'm just telling you the best visas that are available. If you can get them, get them. But if you can't, then that is where you have to start looking on the other side of the pendulum. I hope this video helps you. Till we meet again in another one.